Dude, my heart is still racing. My hands are sweating and I'm shaking a little bit. I'm not ready for this. Yeah. I didn't eat any spaghetti today either.
Hello, I'm Stef Brown. I'm at Whiskey Over Ankeny, and today we are with Poor People Podcast. We're going to be starting with our signature summer drink. It's called the Cascade Falls. Smirnoff Blue Raspberry, Blue Curacao. I saw your guys' episode, like, is it Caraco or Curacao? It's Curacao. And then Sprite. Comes with a cherry and a little duck. There's that one, you get to keep it. We have a bunch of them, they're not just flamingos. And honestly, most dudes get them over chicks. They'll be walking around the bar with like their tall boy in it. Our NA version, we have this in a alcohol version as well. But this is really popular for our Summerfest festival. A bunch of the kids got it. First, you start off with raspberry boba. If this was alcoholic, we do Burnett's raspberry. Otherwise, you just top it off with lemonade, and it gets a little lemon. Ta-da! Next is the hurricane.
Oh, dude, I'm sweating right now.
One boy has cried. I've given one to a girl, and she made me slap her boobs.
Okay, you want to just slap my boobs?
Ready?
Yeah.
Cheers. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. That hurt.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. Thank you.
Yeah, how's my hair? Looks crazy.
Looks great.
Awesome, you're lying. Thank you.
All right. Welcome to Poor People.
Hello. This is exciting.
Check.
I'm wet.
Why? Who got you wet?
I'm already wet. And we just started the podcast. And my face hurts.
The soup of the day was definitely crucial. We needed that.
Good soup.
It was good soup. Talk about our soup of the day for what was this?
That is our Cascade Falls drink. Super fun. Comes with a pool floaty koozie. Trying to sell it though, and a lot of boys are like, I don't have a pool. I'm like, you bring in the shower for your little beer shower. Yeah, it's
or
fun.
like you could set it on your desk or something and be like, this was the time that I got slapped at that bar.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to do that.
I probably will.
I just wasted $3 for a duck out of the claw machine. We got a free little duck. So,
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, you got one.
I did get one.
Yeah, but yours is cooler. It has like a print on it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's bigger.
And
Biggest
yeah,
better.
yours is pretty cool. Where did it go? Oh, it's over there.
He's over there.
It's back
He's
at the bar.
chilling.
He's
taking a break.
Yeah. So I just want to start off. I got a hurricane shot, and I've like vowed to never do this. Like,
Makes me feel really special.
So you should.
I took that from you.
You should, because I was like, I've definitely like said multiple times I would never do this. I would never pay for this. It's fun to watch, but then now I tried to throw in Mike under the bus, and then everybody was like, you should.
You took it like a champ.
Okay, good.
Seriously.
I've been slapped. Okay, never mind. I'm not like that for acting reasons. Anyways, okay, so let's do some introductions. You go
Hi,
first.
I'm Stef with an F.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anna.
I'm Haley.
And I'm Jaydn, and we are the Poor People.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay.
Hello, Stephanie. We're so happy to have you on here.
We are so happy.
Put hands on people. Whap, whap.
I know, honestly, that was a great way to start.
That was a great slap, by the way.
Oh.
I thought you were
good.
gonna go easy on me.
No.
You didn't.
No.
You did not.
No.
And I think
Just
that's
'cause
what
we
made-
just met.
Yeah.
No.
I think that's what made me the most nervous. Like, as I was like, she's not gonna go easy. Like, we just.
Can you do
She
it
literally
soft?
just said that she
No.
doesn't go easy on
No,
people.
I know.
But then he's like, maybe.
but like, I had a little voice in the back of my head, like maybe she'll go easy, like maybe she'll go
Maybe
easy.
she's
on you.
nervous. Maybe she's scared of me. Intimidated. No.
Clearly not.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that we could do that for each other.
Me too.
The initiation to Whiskey
Yeah.
River.
No, for real.
Shit.
Next.
Oh man.
So how many times do you do that a night when you bartend though? That's what I'm curious about.
Honestly, like when I first started, all the time. It is such like a good release. Like during a shift, it doesn't have to be bad. Like it can be exciting. People are like, yeah, that's what I came here for. I saw you on social media doing it. A lot of times now, I let the younger kids do it. They love it. I'm like, you know, just go do it. It's really fun. Go do it, whatever. But then people, it kind of builds them up and makes them want me to do it more. They're like, I haven't seen you do it in a while. I'm like, it's because I made a boy cry once. You know,
Oh shit.
yeah, no, literally, it's so fun. I'm like, maybe I'll have to come back again. Maybe I'll do it then when you come back. Yeah, I don't know. That's why that was so fun for me today.
Good.
It's
I'm
honestly
glad.
been a hot minute.
Okay, so when you do like have like younger people do it, is it one of those shots that like when somebody sees it, there's like 9 other people that want it after that?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like an espresso martini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
But you're getting slapped in the face.
Yeah. Except, yeah, the slapping's more fun than pouring the espresso martini. Yeah.
There's actually a video of like 3 people sitting up at the bar, right? And there's 3 of you guys getting ready to do it, and you guys
Oh,
all
yeah.
do it in sync. Yeah, we'll have to find that.
That's amazing.
There's been a couple times where she doesn't work anymore, but she was a lefty, and somebody wanted it done by 2 people at the same time. So we put her on the one side, me on the other. We're like, I don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
Like usually your face turns when you do it. So yeah, we each same time did the shot, cheers, and then we both slapped each side of his cheeks. Yeah, it was good. It was a good one.
Oh,
It was
Kinky.
a good one.
yeah. That's a lot.
It is a lot. Yeah. I'm like,
So does it cost extra?
you just have to pay for the shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm like, what would you like? What shot? And they're like, you pick. I'm like, rumpies it is.
Yeah. I'm so
Your
glad that you're doing the
favorite.
rumpies on that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They'll be like, surprise me, rumpies.
Yeah.
I feel like you almost need rumpies to get through it though. Like
Or tequila.
something strong. Yeah.
Some make y'all warm and fuzzy inside. Oh,
Something that numbs the pain of
Yeah.
getting slapped in the face
Did
by
it
your
hurt that
bartender.
bad?
No, it really
Okay.
didn't. It did hurt at first, but it was fine. I'm used to it. The thing is,
good
I'm
pain.
just kidding,
Hurts
I'm
so
just kidding.
good.
Jaydn,
I'm just
are you
kidding.
okay?
I've
at
never
home?
been slapped in a bar other than today, but I was gonna say it would be nice. God, I have something in my eye. I'm sorry, and I
Is
just
it
poked
water
the shit
from
out
the
of my eye.
slap?
Probably it's probably like water particles and like fingernail clippings from getting slapped.
green dye from this weekend from my fingers.
Yeah. No, but I was gonna say it would be nice to like have that option as a bar, I think, because then you can like if you're like in a bad mood, I feel like you could just do that to a customer if they ask for it and you like take it out on them, even though they might not have been the problem.
Right. They're the solution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the
Yep.
solution.
I'm
I
jealous.
volunteer you as tribute
Yeah.
and thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just entertaining too. Like you could be just so busy, which is like such a good problem to have. But I mean, it's stressful at times. You're like, okay, we just can't keep up. But this guy wants one. I'm gonna like entertain some people while we do it, and we can catch up on drinks over here. It pauses it for a little bit.
Oh,
People
yeah.
aren't like thinking, oh, I'm waiting on a drink or you know whatever, and they're just like,
entertainment.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
So do you think
That's
that'd be
fun.
considered you guys are kind of like a coyote ugly with the hurricane shot?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
We very much encourage dancing on the bar as well.
Oh,
we get so
really?
many party buses through here, or the venue next door with weddings and celebrations, and they always come back over here then to drink. And if we can get a bride up on the bar,
Yeah.
boom, her bridal party's up there. It's so fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Do you have any videos of that?
Oh, for sure I do.
Oh, you should definitely send us some.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a little Shania on the
The-
touches and that.
Do you
yeah.
do you guys
Always.
like spray like the water guns too, like Coyote
I have
Ugly?
before. Do we serve
But for
water
fun?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely do. You guys have an upstairs though. So so with St. Patty's being this weekend, since it's gloriously decorated in here,
Yeah.
it is absolutely stunning
It
with
is
all the St.
crazy.
Patty's Day greenery. Did you guys have to open the upstairs patio?
It's always like ideal. It's a lot of prep work for that as well. But even having the downstairs patio, it's so big, just opening the garage door, it
Mm-hmm.
just expands it so much. So we didn't do the upstairs this time, but once it does consistently get warm, we want everything prepped. We
Yeah.
don't like half-ass it. So it's like we'll do a power wash, get everything set up, make sure the TVs are working, because upstairs on the patio we have TVs, where down here we do not. Get all the beer lines clean, everything prepped for summertime. So it's so much fun up there, though. We actually had somebody propose up there before.
Oh.
Yeah, because they had met here.
Oh,
And
okay.
the patio wasn't open yet, but he like called ahead and planned, and so we like brought up like champagne and everything. Like we had like this
Oh, I
whole
love
skit,
that.
and yeah, he proposed to her. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's awesome though. I love the upstairs patio. Everyone's like patio open, patio season. So yeah,
I've actually never been upstairs. I didn't
I know.
that
I was
there
hoping
an
it was like
upstairs.
yesterday's weather, and I was like, maybe we could do it upstairs.
Yeah.
But it's Iowa, so no.
It's pretty gloom and doom for today, I feel like. Yeah. Okay, you were mentioning that you get a lot of party buses that come in here. Okay, so the first time I ever came in here was on a party bus. And there's this like running joke that has been happening ever since that night. Basically, it was our friend's birthday. We were all on a party bus, whatever. We come in here. I like was working that night, so everybody else was already drinking. And then they stopped at the bar that I worked at, and then picked me up like immediately after I got off my shift. I didn't have time to do shit. Basically, we came here. And I was like, everybody else was already tanked. And I started doing this thing where, because it was packed in here. And I just remember being like, I don't even know this song. And then I would like clear out the way, and I would just like start like really dancing like really hard. And so like now all of my friends, anytime they see me, they'll be like, I don't even know this song. And they like
just,
start
like,
dancing.
impromptu little
That
break
started
dance.
here.
I love that for you.
That's amazing.
That is so fun. We've had that so many times before, because we are a big bar, and we have
Yeah.
like, we want to accommodate all types of people, all styles and whatever. People have literally moved to those high tops before, and like, we need a dance floor. And I'm
Yeah.
like, go for it.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
people have gone on,
fun.
we encourage the bar top dance. I've seen people get on the high tops and do it too. Might need a spotter. Like
Yeah.
my inner high school cheerleader comes on.
Right.
I'm like, have fun, but be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a running joke for like a couple of years now.
Are you going to show us that later?
I'll put it in the video. I'll send it
Perfect.
so we have it. But yeah, I definitely have all the videos, because there's like 9 different angles of me being like, I don't even know this song. And then just like
What was your go-to move? Was that it?
it was just nothing. It was just like I was just
Yeah.
like dancing. I was just like, I don't even know this song. And
I
I'm
love
just
that.
like
Doing the Rick and Morty dance.
yeah, basically.
Oh, that's good.
But that's been a running joke ever since, and that's like my core memory of this place, anyways.
That's good.
Not getting a hurricane shot, but now it's
it
being
is.
replaced by a hurricane
Yeah.
shot. So here we are.
So when you became a bartender, how did that feel? Coming from like a host, then to a waitress, now to a bartender. Like from that point on, like did it give you like a certain rush? And like how
I
do you
was
feel about having it now?
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I'm a pretty outgoing person. I'm definitely a people person. After hosting for a little bit, you kind of get the feel of like the servers and how the kitchen works and everything like that. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for a new challenge. So I started serving, and then serving on one side, it was more like dining, and then you got to switch over to like bartender serving, kind of like it was open seating. As soon as the table gets up, someone else takes it. So I was like more fast paced. I was like, okay, got that down. I remember the first day I was bartending, somebody was like, can I get I'm gonna say it this way because this is what I thought they said, a Tanqueray. And Tonic, I was like, yeah, absolutely. I went over to the computer. I'm like, what the hell is that? I had no freaking clue. And the system was set up so like you had to know the liquor. So if it's vodka, rum, gin, whatever. So I'm like, vodka, nope, not there. Rum, no. And it's like just so funny because I was so nervous. I was so scared. I'm like, it's taking too long. I haven't started making the drink. He knows I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and now I'm just like, I don't know. It absolutely comes with like experience. But I feel like those little things, I will always remember that. And I'm like, got it, gin, got it. I know that. I'm like, once a lime, like little things like that. And that's what I try to teach, whether it's like a new person, whether they're older or not, or they're just new or not. I'm like, these are little things that are going to help you. And that's what, when I first started bartending, this bartender I followed around, she's like, I know this isn't homework and maybe it's not your career, but she made like flashcards and she was like, I know these are my 2 favorite gins, IPAs, vodkas, whatever, even if I don't like those. So that way I just knew them. I started getting more knowledgeable behind it. And then after that couple years, I was like, yeah, way more confident, way more comfortable. And I feel like if I go into a bar and I can tell that someone's like nervous or not comfortable, like, I mean, we're servicing industry people, so I'm like, it's no problem. Like, yeah, take your time. But I'm just like, I feel you. I know where you came from. Like, but I just feel like doing those little things or finding someone who knows what they're doing, or if you have any hints or tips or tricks, like take it. Doesn't matter what style bar you're at, or if it's more of a restaurant. I'm like, just teach me one thing. I don't know. It just helps. I feel like that's what made me or has made me like the bartender that I am today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, because when I became a bartender, it was like, I don't know. I just felt like I had that, like the manager at the time like believed in me, and so then because I was a server before, and so then just to have someone be like, no, I think here's your next challenge, like you said, I believe in you. You can do this. I think you'll be really good at this, and that like just really helps you like encourage people to do more. And again, like you said, it's not going to be a career, but essentially it is a career for me, and I absolutely love it. Even though it can be a pain in the ass, I absolutely love being a bartender, and it's opened up a lot of doors for not only myself but everyone else here at this table. So
yeah, I agree with that, because I'm like, I have so many different interests. I've gone to 3 different colleges now, different degrees and stuff. And like when I started, I was like, yeah, no, like this is just something to like help pay bills or a social thing or whatever. And so that's why some of these younger kids, whether they're still in college and they're doing the same thing that I was, I'm like, now looking at it, I'm like a year 12 in the industry, and I've been a host, a sports bartender, a fine dining, like managing, whatever. And I'm like, for me right now, it is a career. You know, I was in the hair industry for a long time. I tried to stick it out another 2 years after I wanted to quit, and I'm just like, it's not doing it for me anymore. It is a job and it is work and it's hard sometimes, but like this is where I am right now and I'm happy with it. So for me, yeah, it is a career too right now.
Yeah.
but it's a fun career though, because you get to make little fun frou drinks,
I
and
know.
you get to
And you
smack
get
people.
And you meet a lot of
You
cool
get to
people.
smack innocent
Yeah.
boys that had nothing to do wrong for today. I was 15 minutes late. Give me a break, dude.
That's what you get.
Okay, no, but I did want to talk about that more too, where you were like, when you see the potential in somebody that you're like training or something like that, and you like, you would be really good at this.
Yeah.
And then they don't want to do it. Like
Yeah.
that to me is like one of those things where it's like, there's been times where there was this dude, he was a server, and I was like, does he have any bartending experience? Because we were like trying to bring up bartenders.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. And I was like, I think he would be perfect to train. And like, he was really good at it, but just didn't want to bartend.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of like, I don't want to say butthurt, but I was kind of like, fuck, like, why not? You know? And I think it just wasn't his style. I don't know. But like, whatever it was, he just didn't want to do it. But it like made me, I still think about it. Like he would have been a great bartender.
Yeah.
I was
doesn't want to.
terrified at first. Like
Yeah.
it's scary. It seems like a lot to learn,
Yeah.
and like you're. I just remember like freaking out behind the bar, but then I also had to like have conversations with customers, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. It comes with time, and it is just like learning little things, and
Yeah, but you started as a barback though. And then you were like doing all that
I wanted to bartend.
Yeah, you wanted to be a bartender.
but they wouldn't let me.
But then you officially got to be a bartender, and like, how did that make you feel? Like, it made you feel like, yes, I don't have to be a barback anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I actually get to do something that I want to do.
Yeah.
And it feels good. It's like a nice little like high that you're like, yes, they believe in me. I get to bartend. This is
Yeah.
gonna be so much fun. And I was actually training someone after St. Paddys Day weekend, and she was like, I don't know anything. I've never like poured a beer or a drink. I'm like, it's okay. I go, you're gonna learn. I'm gonna teach you. It's totally fine. I go, don't think anything. Like, essentially, don't think too much about it. It's so simple. It's so easy. Once you get in the rhythm of it, it's gonna be fine. And if you forget something, if you don't ask me a question, it's the wrong question. You have to ask me, and I will give you as much help and support as possible. Don't ever think I'm going to get mad at you if you ask me like, where's this at? I'm not. I'm going to show you where it's at. And I think that's another thing that like people need to realize. Like, if you want to bartend, it is so easy once you get the hang of it. I swear, it's like the easiest thing. And if you forget someone's drink, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Feeding off that, or both of you guys, it was more of
I'm here too. I'm just kidding. I'm
Trust
sorry.
me, I know. I hit you. But it's like some people get so scared and like they don't have experience, or like maybe I don't
Yeah.
want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, because some people come in super confident in a bad way, where they're like, well, I've done this before.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's great. But like here, this is how we would like things done. So honestly, if you come in with no experience, but like a good attitude, like you want to learn, that's honestly really great too. Like I would prefer that sometimes because it's like, okay, so this is how we do it, or this is how I do it, and this is why. Like the other day, St. Patty's weekend, honestly, like what a blur. But when I hold my bottles when I'm pouring liquor, I grab them between my two fingers and I just use my wrist and twist it. I do that for multiple reasons, but one of them is if you're in a tight space or if you're like overstaffed like a crazy weekend, like this past one, I've seen people like grab it, I don't know, knock this over, and they like just lift their whole arm, and now I'm elbowing somebody who's trying to make another drink, or I'm in the well, or I'm knocking things over, and somebody just asked me that, and I didn't even think about like, maybe I should say, you don't have to do it this way by any means, but this is why I do it. And so maybe if that situation comes up and you're crowded and you're trying to make a drink, you can do it that way, and this is easier and it's still gonna work. Just little things like that, and they just are so scared, like they don't want to mess anything up. They don't have experience. I'm like what you said, once you learn and start getting the hang of it, like it's so fun, it's so easy. And just ask questions. There's so many different names for drinks and shots. Somebody orders something, I'm like, what's that? I'm like, if I have the materials, I'll make it for you. Just never heard of it.
Well, and our regulars really like it when we train people because again, if they don't know how to pour a drink, they're gonna get a nice hefty drink, and so like they have patience for it, and I'm glad that they're there to help me teach a couple of the girls that have come through, so then they can actually have like what.
That reminds me. Okay, so when you're training and you're like making drinks or like you're making a bunch of the cocktails like for the restaurant or whatever, and then you're giving it to a customer, and like the customer knows that you're training somebody. Have you ever had a customer be like, "Can I give you some pointers?" And then you're like, I was training this one girl who has been a bartender like for the last 10 years, something like that. So it wasn't really training. It was just like me showing her how the system works. I had her make a drink, a super easy drink, give it to a customer. I was like, we weren't very busy that day, so we had like maybe 4 customers at the bar, and I was like, okay, this lady will definitely drink it. Like she's drinking liquor, like she'll drink it. And so I was like, just if you want to just go give it to her, like that's fine. That's literally all the interaction that I had with that. And then the girl, the customer was talking to the trainee and was like, "Can I give you some pointers?" And I literally was like, "Oh fuck!" And literally just immediately. And this lady went off. Like the customer went off and was like, "This is a lime, not a lemon." And she was like, "No, I put a lime on it." And she's like, "No, lemons have seeds. This is a lime." And whatever. And I was like, I felt so bad, but also at the same time, I was like, I'm just gonna let her deal with that. Even though I was her like trainer, like I was just like, but it like in my head, I was like, oh, they're just gonna be happy there's a free drink, and that's the end of it. And this lady talked to her for like 15 minutes about like, well, I think it's a little too sweet. Like, what's all in it? This should be this. And I was like, after she left, she ended up like railing into the trainee, and not like in a bad way, but like she was like, I don't know she was polite, but like a total bitch. Like that's the only way I can say it.
She thought she was being helpful.
Yeah. Was not being helpful. Because after the fact, I was like, first of all, I am so sorry that I made you do that. And second of all, don't listen to a word she said. She is wrong. Like you made the drink right.
If you would have brought it to her, she would have
wouldn't have said
fantastic.
Exactly.
I love this drink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she knew she was training and knew that she was getting a free drink, and then was like, oh, well, I'm actually very intelligent about drinking. No, you're not.
See,
dude.
I
Like,
would have
you're
stepped
wrong.
in, but like 9 times out of 10, it's normally our regulars, and they don't say anything.
See?
They're like, "Yeah, sick, bro. You just gave me a double, and I only had to pay $6 for it."
And
Hell
eventually,
yeah. Like, they
eventually, I
won't do shit.
did step in, but I was like, "That's like when she was talking about the lime lemon thing." I was like, "That is a lemon, like that is, or it's a lime, whatever it was." I was like, "It's just our limes are a little like older, so they are a little like not as colored.
Yeah,
like it's a fucking lime, lady. Like, like it just is a little fainted.
Yeah, I would have just grabbed a lime and just cut it right in front of her and just gave her a whole lime.
Yeah."
But that's just me being an asshole.
I
love doing that though. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Let me prove it to you.
But then also the trainee handled it super fucking well. So I was like,
that's good,
it's
though,
a
too.
learning lesson with also like, I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
but like you have to do this, and like, yeah. So, but it just drives me crazy. As soon as that happened, I was like, okay, I'm going to go into the back and like just
We've had
abandon
those
ship
too.
immediately.
I'm like, why don't you just stick to what you do?
Yeah.
And let's do what we do. That's why you're
Yeah.
on that side of the bar and we're on this side.
Yeah, exactly.
Or go home and pour your own drink.
And she
Yeah,
made the drink
exactly.
right too. So that's why I was like, because I was there standing her, telling her how much to pour and how much to make it. So I was like, I know this drink is right. But yeah.
Well, I mean, at least she got to deal with that, so then she understands like how to deal with certain
Right.
people that are like that, and then she can get like a feel of like what she should do next for that like next individual that ever treats her like that
Exactly.
again. So
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
thinks that they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because they don't.
Yeah.
Most of the time they don't. And if they do, they're assholes.
I actually have a story about that. So it's St. Patty's Day weekend. Can we talk about that? Because
Yeah, let's get into it.
We have.
This was last weekend.
This was last weekend. Oh my God, it's hell week for all of us. I am exhausted. I'm sure everyone here is exhausted as well. I had someone sitting at my bar. Well, we have caddies for our straws, and like people like to use them to take pictures, right? That's totally fine. I don't care. But like when I'm busy and I'm making drinks, like I need straws. Like just use a different caddy that I'm not using. I grabbed the caddy. and put
Wait.
it
They
back.
use the caddies to take
Like they
pictures.
lean
Pop
it
up
up.
Oh, yeah, they pop it up.
Oh,
Yep.
okay,
Yep.
okay.
And I grabbed it. I was like, hey, I need this. And I just grabbed it. Well, when I'm busy, I have a tone. Like I'm just saying things out loud. I'm just being stern. And that's okay. Because it's my bar. I need my shit. Don't touch the bartender stuff. And so I grabbed my straw back and then whatever, I made the drink. And she complained to one of my other coworkers and was like, she snatched it out of my friend's hand, blah, blah, blah. Didn't snatch anything out of anyone's hands, first off. I wouldn't actually snatch anything out of anyone's hand unless it's a bottle of liquor. Sorry. Words are hard
A liquor
today.
of bottle.
A liquor of bottle. Anyways, so I like talked to this girl. I was like, I didn't snatch it out of your hand. I go, but you can use this caddy. And I walked all the way down to the other side of the bar and I gave it to her. And I was like, and you can use this. I go, you can use the caddies that I'm not using. And she goes, well, it wasn't the way that you did it. It was the way that you said it. And I was like, okay, well, I go, you can use this caddy I'm not using. I go, but like, she goes, well, I'm a bartender. I understand. I was like, okay, well, if you're a bartender and you understand, then you understand not to touch the bartenders
Right.
whatsoever. And like that was the argument. And then they ended up leaving. And then they came back in and they were nice after that. But they were complaining about how I grabbed my tools to be a
Yeah.
bartender to use to make drinks and have all my stuff. Like people ask for napkins and stuff like that. I understand that you want to take pictures of yourself, but you have a whole purse in front of you. Just use your purse. Like, and it's hell week and I'm already frustrated. I'm already annoyed with a bunch of people. I've already had to like kick a bunch of people out already. It's Monday. It's too early for this, my guy. Like I am over it, over it. So that was fun. I had to like, you're getting upset with me over a fucking straw caddy?
Yeah, she was in the wrong. Like she should have
Yeah,
been
for
like,
sure.
oh shit, I'm so sorry. I didn't
Especially if
realize
she's
you
a
needed that.
bartender.
Yeah, and like that's
Yeah.
what like it's just astonishing to me that when people say, "Oh, well, I'm okay, if you're a bartender, then you
should
know
know
not to
better."
touch other bartenders' shit." Like,
It's always like hit or miss with customers that I'm a bartender. They're either really cool,
Yeah.
really understanding,
Yeah.
like fun to talk to. I'm going to ask you about your bar, where you work, whatever.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'm going to come see you at your place of work.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ideal,
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you now have like bar friends that go and visit each other and
Oh,
take
yeah.
care of each other. Or it's literally the opposite,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Just
Where it's like,
snobby as
oh, well,
fuck.
I know this. This is how we do it. This is how I make my old fashioned.
yeah,
What do you think the like audacity is for that? Like okay, so my thinking is like one, they're lying.
Oh, yeah,
they're
for sure.
they're either lying, they're saying that so that they get special like treatment, or the thing is that they're actually like, this is how we do it at our bar. Like my second thought would be, oh, they're new to the industry.
Yeah.
Like those are in my head. That's the two options.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna act like that and you're gonna be that,
That's
or
what you should have said. You're like, should have been
Well,
like,
at
are
the end
you
of the
new?
day,
the final option
yeah.
is that they're
100%.
so conceited that they think that they're the coolest fucking thing in the entire planet, and then that's why they're acting
Well,
like
I
that.
felt guilty because I did give her a tone because I was like already annoyed.
She
with the-
deserved it.
Yeah.
I know, but like at the time, like there's a time and a place,
Maybe
and
that's
I'm
just how
dealing
you
with
talk.
drunk people. You know what I mean? Like I should just be able to just be like, hey, I'm using this. I need this back, instead of just saying like, I need this, and like I grab it because I made them upset, and that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to make them upset,
Yeah.
so I felt guilty.
You have a job to do.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
felt guilty for like giving them a certain tone, but like I was busy and they ended up leaving, and I don't like it when people leave. Like, I don't want to give them like this certain demeanor to where like they feel uncomfortable and like we're having this altercation and then they want to leave. That is not how I bartend. That's not how I want to bartend. But like at that point in time, I was busy, and like when you're busy, you just don't care about anyone's emotions. You're just like, I need that, and you grab it and you use it, and then you go about your business. So like, I understand where she's coming from, and I like apologized, and I like gave her the other caddy. But at the end of the day, like, you need to be respectful, especially knowing that all of us are literally working 12 to 14 hours every day this weekend.
Right.
And I told her, I apologized to her when she came back in, but I was like, dude, like, if you were actually a bartender, then like you should understand not to touch like this area.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, I'm just sorry, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. But like they were drinking and things like that. So like obviously it could have been like over flabbergasted that situation. Fabrication. Thank you. Sorry, I'm saying words wrong again.
But sometimes like it's not personal. You're
No.
just like
Not,
fucking
yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
But when people are drinking like that, they tend to take things more personally and like get more defensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not like, it's fine. I'm just trying to move on.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to sit here and argue about this. Like, I don't like my intentions. But how was your guys' St. Patty's? But that's like the one. I can't wait to tell you guys about my douche.
Oh, yeah, same. I've got a good douche of the week.
So did you have anything fun here? Anything rowdy? Anything like dancing on the bar for St. Patty's Day? How many green beers did you make?
I wish it was just dancing on the bar. It was like, I know at St. Patty's it's crazy. It's like a good crazy, right? We've been prepping for it. We're like prepared. We're like, no, we're going to be tired. We're going to make money. And I'm excited for that kind of chaos.
Yeah.
I like that. I thrive in it.
Yeah.
But I was like, what's going on with the moon? Like, somebody was like, there's some worm moon going on. I'm like, that sounds made up.
Yeah.
How many shots have
worm
you had?
moon.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I don't know
There's
what
a
you're talking
worm
about.
moon in Jupiter
Literally, I'm
right
like,
now.
you know what?
Yeah.
That sounds legit because people were like crazy.
Yeah.
How many times we clean up puke in the bathrooms? Whatever. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Somebody, this is like, I think it was Friday night, just leading into the weekend. Super busy, super fun. We're having a great time.
Yep.
And then it was like 10 p.m. That's it. And this gentleman comes up to us and said that somebody shit on the men's restroom floor. I said, I'm sorry, what'd you say? Because I wanted to, I
I'm
heard
sorry,
you
you
wrong.
said hurricane shot?
Right. What? He repeated himself. I'm like, okay. Around like everyone else is busy. Like, why did you have to tell me?
Yeah.
I did. I double gloved up. I went in there. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. I cannot get into details into that one. That's how my Friday night started.
Hell
I
no.
was like, couldn't you just vomit all over the place?
Yeah. I would much
Like,
rather clean up puke.
Yeah.
How do you guys clean up puke here? Do you put like oatmeal or like cat litter on it and then you sweep it up?
Honestly, depends where it is.
Does it? Okay, I've never actually cleaned up puke with oatmeal or cat litter. Does it just like clump it up?
It clumps
so
it up, it absorbs it, so you don't have to like use it in the mop. You
easier?
just like
Sweep it
sweep
up.
it up
Okay.
and then you throw it away.
Most of the
Yeah.
time,
Instead of getting, like,
honestly,
the mop and
it
shit
is
out.
in the bathroom, not in the toilet, or it's like leading to the bathroom. Like, I will say that people here are pretty good job not like puking out here.
Yeah.
If it was, I mean, yeah, obviously it's like first one, just find it, try to clean up quickly. We don't do the cat litter thing either, but I'm like just rags, towels, glove, whatever.
Yeah.
And get some sanitizer, mop it up, and move on.
Well, the cat litter actually absorbs it and it takes away the smell, so it doesn't smell.
That's
Yeah.
nice. I've never
Yeah.
heard
To
of
get
that.
some.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just or you can get like the oil. You put like it's kind of looks like cat litter, but it's like you put it on top of oil and it absorbs it up. It's like the little clay chips or whatever. You can get that too, but
Oh, the like pellet things? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but I suggest cat litter because you can get like Glade scent or whatever, and like whatever is in it, it actually takes away that like gross smell of vomit.
need to look
so you
into
can
that.
you can like sweep it up and whatnot and just throw it away and throw it out in the back. But yeah, no, we have cat litter at Tonic,
I like
and that's
that
what we
idea.
use to help
Yeah.
clean it up.
I have a bunch of stories from St. Patty's Day, but there was a dude that, just to add on to this, there was a dude at the very end of the night on Monday night. This dude he ordered one drink from me, but I could tell he was fucked up. And then like every time I saw him come up to the bar after that, I just straight up ignored him.
Yeah.
And then I like didn't even cut him off. I just like mentally cut him off.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes they just know. They don't
Yeah.
even try to get your attention. You can like tell they're
He was like
waiting.
sitting at the bar, like,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yep, nope, you're good,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I'm not even gonna say hi to you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was hanging out for a while, but then we have this like right where the bar is at, there's like a door that leads out into the patio. And I saw him, he was just sitting on the chair for a while, and then I was doing my thing, whatever. And then like probably 15 minutes after that, I see him like head on his like thing on the ledge of the like patio. And I was like, that doesn't fucking look good. And then the next thing I know is I see his like back like hurl that. And I was like, oh, fuck, immediately. And then as that's happening, this is all happening at the same time. A group of people is walking on the sidewalk, right where the patio is. And they're like, because the patio's lower, so they're like bending down, looking at this guy, like almost like taunting him. And I felt so bad, but also at the same time, we were like, immediately I was like, security, like go like get him out of here and we'll clean it up, basically. And they were like, he literally like shooed off the people on the sidewalk and then was like, all right, dude, you gotta go, like wipe yourself off and get the fuck out, basically. And then the other bartender that was working with me downstairs is the one that cleaned it up. And I was like, thank God, because you got done early. And like I had to keep dealing with this shit. So
that's your cut work.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's your side work.
Why? I don't understand why. Like, how does someone just poop on the floor?
Honestly, I was confused. I made a boy
Was it
go in there.
even near the toilet, or was it just like, okay, or as long as it's like
I'm
near
like,
the toilet,
did
not like
you-
out in the.
Miss, like, how were you halfway on the toilet? I just have all these
Did
questions.
they have to go so bad that
and
they
I
couldn't
want to know
make
who
it
it
or
was.
something?
Like, I was just looking. I'm like, do I line them up, all the boys, right?
Right,
now?
and it's like,
And,
are
like,
they just
ask
still
them.
like
Let me
chilling
see.
in the
Because it
bar?
was kind of like smeared on the ground. I'm like, so your shoe. Let me see everyone's bottom of your shoe right now. Like, yeah. And this is, I'm just
Jesus
like, I should be
Christ.
serving. I would rather do the 26 car bombs right now, pour those,
Yeah.
than this right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have good stories too. A Saturday we had 7 party buses.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my God.
Which I was like, go back to like when you're newer bartender, you're really scared. So I'd be like freaking out. I was like, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Come on. Yep,
Get
bring
in
them in.
here.
Let's
We
go.
got
Yeah.
this.
How many,
Yeah.
how many jello shots do you want? You know, like, literally. It was awesome because it just kept the busy part. Because the worst part is like if it's like slow busy.
Yes.
Slow busy. I
Yeah.
can't get that like momentum or whatever vibe
Yep.
I'm trying to feel. Yeah, it was awesome. The 7
That's how
of
I
those.
feel like it was for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy. I'm like, good. It was actually nice weather on actual St. Patty's Day for once. I feel like it's always cold and rainy,
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, we did bingo from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. every day, and I announced it. And I think I'm going to quit the bar industry and become a bingo caller. I'm really good at it.
Fun.
I don't see why not.
Everyone thinks I'm so funny. When the first day I was like, oh, 69. Everybody, they're little perverts, are like, oh, 69. Cheers. Like everybody.
Dirty
Yeah.
little fucking freaks.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you dirty. But it was like, I felt like a rock star. I was like, I need this every time I walk into a room because as soon as I put out that bingo thing, we had like 200 people on the patio at this point. Lift the garage. And everyone's like, yeah. Woo. I'm like, thought there was a birthday girl behind me or something. Look around. I'm like, oh, it's me. Because we literally have like the little like the little roll thing and everything. Like, it was legit. I was like, oh yeah. Like this is, I'm
yeah.
awesome. I'm so good. I'm gonna become a bingo caller.
You should work in
hear
the
it?
casinos.
Fun.
Yeah.
Folks. Here we go.
Yeah.
Literally.
Slowly turning
I know.
turning bartenders into
They
bingo
loved it.
hosts.
Seriously, I was like, never knew. Next calling.
Did you make people pay for the cards?
No.
No? Okay.
It was free to play. Oh, we had so many.
Is that normally a thing?
Yeah, sometimes it is. Or like if you go to another bar, a local bar out in the Key, you can, like the Triangle out there, you pay like $1 for a card, or you can like pay like, I don't know, like $5 for like 6 cards or something like that. They give you like a deal, like $1 off or whatever. But then they also have like other cards that are $10 and like
see.
things like that. So like you can do something like that only to have like a money pool instead of like gift cards and things like that here.
Yeah.
They normally do that just to help people have a
Okay.
prize.
I was gonna say I've never paid for a bingo card or like a
Yeah.
trivia thing.
Yeah.
But that makes sense if
Yep.
it's for like a money pool.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a money pool, so that's like your prize for it, which
Yeah.
I do like that because
like that
people like to
too.
play more and
Yeah.
they'll pay more for all their cards
Yeah.
too.
Absolutely. I feel like if we did that bingo regular, like if that was a thing that we did every week, then like I would really love that.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a lot of liquor merch donated and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was like, okay,
hell
if you
yeah.
won, and then you got whatever t-shirt. Or
Okay, wait.
keychain.
I do, since we're on the topic of St. Patty's still, I do want to talk about like what's everybody's process of like when you have like 4 lines of people that are like behind the bar on the other side. Like, what's your process of like getting drinks, getting their order, getting their card, making sure they pay, especially when it's like so busy. Like this is a pretty long bar. And like, do you guys have servers too?
Yeah.
You do? So then like, okay, so like if this bar is packed and you have 4 lines of people waiting for drinks, like what's your process of like getting everybody their drinks, especially when you have 7 party buses?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, you have your bartenders behind the bar, servers on the floor, and to the far right over there is where they pick up their drinks, little drink station there. I like to do the scoop the loop, even if I'm behind the bar. Like, yeah, it's smaller. Like, that's what I was taught when I was first, like, serving. Just, like, circle the room, I guess. And so even though I'm behind the bar, I still do it. But honestly, if everyone you feel like is being helped in that front row, I'll go out from behind the bar. They encourage that too. I'm gonna come on the floor because maybe, especially it's like a little tight here through people, it's filled up, the servers maybe can't get over. I'll come on this side, I'll come out here, I don't care, get some orders, go back behind the bar, make them, bring them out to them. People like that too. It's like a little extra. I'm not just like waiting for you to come to me. I'll go out to them.
But then you guys don't have toast, so do you guys do handhelds?
No.
Do you don't? So you just
It's
write
been
it
like
down?
talked about in the past, but like honestly, I'm okay with handhelds. We've done those, not here, but I've worked with those in the past. They just like sometimes we've like glitches. If you like get too far out of like the area or something, I don't know. I'm a writer down person. And like, because honestly, I do feel like I have a good memory, but I'm going to stop over here. You give me your order. 6 people are also going to stop me on the way to the next one. And I do like doing multiple orders at once because they're going to want a Busch Light. Someone else is going to want the same thing. So I can, try to do multiple orders at once. But honestly, I'll try. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to drop off a drink I just made for the server, I'm going to grab a ticket because the printer's right there. I'm going to go back through this way. And then I can build those drinks in front of the person. I'm going to take their order. So I can be talking to them and they're like, oh, well, what are you making? I'm trying to constantly like just keep doing that. That helps me. And you try to give those tips to your other employees and coworkers. And honestly, they're great here. A lot of them do the same thing. So if I'm going to go take your order, I'm going to make this ticket in front of you. And then I can just be talking to you. I'm like, even if I can't make the order, I'm like, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Just so they feel seen. I just want to be told hi when I come in. I know it's going to be busy, but as long as you say hi or look at me, then everyone knows that she should wait a little bit at the bar top. But just trying to stick with that rhythm, circling back and forth. I feel like that really helps. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe do a hurricane and entertain them.
Poor People Podcast is brought to you by
Tipsy Cub.
Thank you to Tipsy Cub for helping us get through St. Paddy's Day. This is a preventative hangover powder. All you got to do is just shake it, tear it, and tip it. You can actually find this in our link in our bio. It is 20% off when you use Pour20.
Honestly, we couldn't have gotten through St. Paddy's Day without this shit.
I worked
It's
3 days in a
amazing.
row, drank every day, no hangover.
Also, better yet, there is a QR code on the back of the Tipsy Cup packet too. So just shake it, tear it, and
then
it.
cheers it.
Cheers it.
And then tip it.
Tipsy Cub.
Pour20 for Tipsy Cup, 20% off.
I guess.
Well, because so the only reason I was thinking about this is because like I work on the slow days at the bar basically, and so there's not a lot of like times where I have to be like get their drink and I'm like, give me your card right now. Like, it's more like, okay, give me your drink, let me ring it in. Do you have your card? Like I can kind of take my time a little bit with it. But like this weekend I was kind of more like, I'd be like, oh yeah, they would order their drinks and we don't have server pads. So I would have to remember everything and then ask them like 2 or 3 times because I have tinnitus. So I'm like half deaf half the time. And I had this, dude, anyways, sorry, I'm getting off topic. So I was like thinking in my head, I was like, I don't want to turn my back to them. And then like, because there's so many people in here, I don't want to turn my back to them and just have them walk off. And then I have to like yell at security, and I don't want to have that keep happening. Luckily I didn't have that happen, but I was thinking if it was even like busier than that, like my thought process would be is like order a drink from the bar, grab it, either pay right there and then like get out so the next person can get in and order a drink. But like, I don't know. I was just trying to like think of like the best way that I can do that in my head before I like getting into my shift.
Yeah, I forgot you asked that part of the question. Honestly, for me, it's like depends. If there's a computer open, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take their card right away and then go
Right.
do it.
Yeah.
If computers are full, I'm like, okay, let me get your drinks going then 1st, and then kind of chat with you. I'm always kind of looking around, like, okay, that one's open. I'm like, I'll take it right now.
Right.
There are some like specifically St. Patty's. Yeah, I got card tabs for everybody, but or cash right away. But I work Tuesday days, and that's like when inventory comes in and it's slower. So I'm like really focused on putting stuff away, whatever. And I'm going to keep an eye on you. I'm not necessarily going to take, if you're sitting over at a booth over there and you're eating, just hanging out, I personally won't get, I want to know your name. I want to put you in the system as a name. I want to know, be on a first name basis, that kind of thing. But then it is my responsibility, keep track of you, make sure you don't walk out. But I think I'm pretty good at that.
Well, see, and I feel like that's where the difference is for me is that like at the restaurant that I work at, like we hardly ever get cards right away. So it's like, I can be making a drink for somebody else, have that locked in, and then I can be talking to another person and being like, what do you want? And then I can have that like locked in my head to like make next, but I don't have to worry about like them walking away.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's where my thing was, is like, how do I do this? Do I get multiple orders at once, or do I just do one order by one and then just go from there? And that's what I ended up doing. But like, I was trying to think of like what's the most efficient way, I guess, to do this.
I don't know. At Tony C's, we have the handhelds. So like all the girls, we have 3 computers and we have 2 handhelds. So like I had a handheld in my pocket. So like when I would go out, like I could get people's cards and things like that, and I'll ring all their stuff in. If I didn't have the handheld, I'd have a piece of paper and I'd tell them the price, and I'd be like, hey, you're gonna pay with cash or a card.
Yeah.
And then they'd give me the cash right away. And then I would have like change in my pocket, and I'd give them the change, and then like the card, I'd have to go to the computer once I got done. But just doing like a figure 8. But I normally take multiple orders at once.
Same.
Because I can do that. I don't know about everyone else, but like I normally can take multiple orders, and I know all the prices too. So then that's what like makes it easier for them, because then they ask me how much it is. I'm like, oh, it's this. They give me the correct amount, and they'll like keep the change, because they know they don't think I have change in my pocket. But the handhelds are definitely really nice, especially when I'm busy and I can't go like turn around to go to the computer. I just have it right there, put it in, and then I grab their card and give it to them. Now, when it comes to cash and I'm back behind the bar, I can't do that with the handheld. I have to go into the computer, I put it in, hit cash, and then the drawer opens and I get change out of the drawer.
See, and that's why like handhelds are nice, because you can just start the tab right then and there.
Yep. 9
and
times
that's
out of
why
10.
I was wondering if that's what you did when you came out. When you come out from behind the bar when it's super busy and you're like getting orders and you're writing it down, do you then like come back with a handheld to like get their cards?
I mean, if it's the first time I'm going out there to start the party or get their drinks as well, I usually will take down their order and find out, like you said, right then, right there, they're doing cash or card. And I will try to get that payment right then. So then I'm just doing like one trip. I'm going to go to the bar, either start them a tab, close them out, do the cash, then get their drinks and bring out to them. So I'm not going back forth. I mean, that's ideally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just depends on the situation, essentially.
Right.
Because again, like I was closing everyone out. I didn't want to leave anyone open, because again, people that leave their tabs open, they turn around and lock their cards, because St. Patty's Day, a lot of people lose their cards.
Yeah.
So then their cards decline or something crazy like that. So no, we were closing out tabs left and right.
I did the exact same thing, and the only person on Monday night that didn't fucking give me a card and didn't close out their tab was my goddamn cousin. She was the only person, and it was like her tab was like $8 or something like that. So it wasn't anything crazy, but I just remember being like, oh, she owes me now. Like she's got to be nice to me now.
She can just make you a cake.
Like Easter, just be like, hey, you owe me.
Yeah,
$8,
just so you know,
next
you owe
family
me.
event.
I'm not going to tell you why, but you got to figure it out.
Yeah. Were you closing tabs mostly?
No,
on
we
Sunday?
didn't close any tabs.
No,
because
I was
not
closing
until the very end. Like when I was downstairs after close, after that dude threw up, basically, like everybody cleared out like immediately, which was super fucking nice. And then our boss was like, we're going to shut this down right now. And I was like, hell yes.
Yeah.
Because then we cleaned everything, got it all like spiff and spam, and then spiff and whatever
Spick and
I don't know,
spam.
spick and spam, whatever the fuck. But
Span.
we got it all cleaned. And then I stayed down there for like probably like an extra hour just going through all the money and closing out tickets and stuff like that. So I wish we would have, but also at the same time, I was like, I'm not going to deal with this right now. I'll just deal with it later just to get shit done. Because this is like actually, it's probably only like my second or third St. Patty's I've ever worked.
Yeah.
Like, and especially in a busier bar.
Yeah. And it's weird though, too, because it landed on a Monday. So like not a whole lot of people were out.
No,
and it
Saturday
was
was the night.
yeah, Saturday was
Yeah.
definitely
Saturday
night for people to
looked
celebrate.
wild.
Yeah. Monday was just I was like back and forth. It wasn't like too crazy, but it was fun, and then it would like get busy and then it would get slow, but Monday night I was over it. Like
Oh,
there
me
was
too.
it
Oh,
was
yeah.
there's another bar that was down there, and they ended up closing because they had too many fights. And then my boss was like, we're doing a $10 cover, and we did a $10 cover, and no one was coming in because we had a $10 cover, and the only thing that they needed was to go to the bathroom, which I was okay with because we didn't have anyone from 11:30 till about 1:15, and then I had a fight happen in the women's bathroom because these two girls were fighting with this other girl, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's it.
Oh my
I'm done.
God.
I go, you guys are ruining it for everyone else. Like, I'm done. I'm not doing it
3
anymore.
hurricane shots right now.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
up here. Let's go.
Yeah. I was just not in the mood for it. Like at that point where like another bar is closing down, a couple other bars closed down because of like what was going on with that other bar. They didn't want to deal with that, and it's like it just sucks that like people are starting to ruin other people's experiences because they want to have fights and they want to get too drunk and start something. It's not fun, and it's not fair to us bartenders to have to babysit adults that literally clearly are fighting over something that's so stupid because they're drunk. So yeah, we had to close early because of that. I was so over it.
Yeah, by like 11:30 on Monday night, I could not fake it anymore. I could not put on a face
Yeah, it's
anymore.
like
I was not
delusional.
nice at that point.
No, yeah.
This guy came in with so much energy. He's like, "What kind of drinks you got here?" And I'm like, "Open your eyes. I don't know. I can't even do this right
I
now."
was the same way.
You're like, are you seriously fucking asking me that question right now?
Yeah, fuck.
I went over to one of our other bars in Bondurant, Founders Irish Pub, for Monday. No, they were slammed the whole day.
Oh yeah.
That one, and it being a Monday, yeah. So everyone's partying that whole weekend leading up to it. I'm like,
4 days,
It's
like-
actually St. Patty's, and
Yeah.
I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
No.
I just did that the whole weekend. I'm surprised I even had green still to wear. I was just like holding things up in my closet.
Right.
Yep, that looks good. Literally, like we opened at 8, so we got there at 7, and we did a pretty good job staggering in like staff, but. Last year, St. Patty's, I remember, at least because I went over there as well, at Founders, it died down like after supper, like 9 p.m. There was like nobody.
Yeah.
So I was like, kid, it's going to happen again this year. No. I was like, maybe it's the nice weather. Like all of a sudden, I looked at the clock. I was supposed to be off at 7 p.m., 7 a.m., 7 p.m. Okay. I was like, probably 9 or 10. Especially being like managing, and I want to make sure everything's smooth. I don't want to leave the place. Like, and I think I got out of there like 12:45. Me and 2 other girls stayed with the closer till probably 12:45. I honestly should have just stayed and closed at that point. But I was like, yeah, I don't. If you wanted the whole Stef shebang, the whole spiel, you should have came. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday. Monday, I was just like,
Yeah.
it was a lot.
Yeah, that is a long. Are you kidding? 7 a.m. to 12:45.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I ate a bowl of corned beef and cabbage, and that was it that day.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah, corned beef and cabbage is fire.
I know.
So
Did
good,
you make
though.
it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, make it here, and
Yeah.
then both whiskey and Founders sold
Okay.
it. So going back and forth.
Okay.
But yeah,
Do you guys still have your St. Patty's Day menu up? Cool.
for the next week.
That's for later. Anyways, I'm just kidding.
I didn't want to tell you yes. Oh, unfortunately, you should have come this weekend.
I do love corned beef hash though. Okay, so I think with that, do we have any other topics that we want to get on? All good? Okay, let's get into our douche of the week. I'll start.
Okay,
All
go ahead,
right.
Jaydn.
So my first douche of the week was this guy was like, he's come in before, and I've actually mentioned him before, where he ordered like a nice tequila and like soda or something like that, and was like asking us what kind of mezcals we have and shit like that, and I was like, we don't, like we have one, whatever, and didn't tip. Ordered another one, tipped me $1, whatever. That was like months ago. It comes in again on St. Patty's on Monday night, and I recognize him immediately because he's like leaning over the bar like this and being like, hey, hey, hey. And I was like, I straight up ignored this man. Like, just walked right past him. He knew I was ignoring him. My back's to him, and he's still like, hey, hey. And I literally turn around and I'm like, what? And he was like, can we get this TV changed? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I literally like looked at this man. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I straight up turned right back around back to the computer. And then he goes up to our boss, he goes up to him and starts yelling at him to change the TV. And he was like, I can't do that. So, like, which he can, but like, so I was like already like, I am not dealing with this guy. And he was relentless, dude. Would not shut the fuck up. I'm so sorry, but like, God damn, like if you're not gonna tip and you don't have any respect for me, I don't have time for you.
Yeah.
So anyways, finally I changed the channel, and because we stream everything through our TV provider, whatever, he was like, oh no, what it was that there was like a pop-up that came up and said that the battery was low on the remote. So all I have to do is hit one button and turn it off. When I hit the button though, the like streaming thing pops up, you know, like on Netflix, and it shows you like how like long your duration is that you've been watching. So he like to me, to like my shoulder, as soon as I hit that, and then he's like, hey, it's still, I stopped dead in my tracks, stared at him and watched the thing go down. And he was like, oh no, we're good. I'm like, yeah, I know. Stop bothering me. Like, dude, like still thinking about it, like grinds my gears so much. He was the true douche of the week, but the real douche of the week
Wait. I just want to say, I just feel like I know for a fact who you're talking about.
I think you do.
And it is the same tequila guy that was like
tequila soda.
Yeah. He was like, this is wrong. Like, it's tequila soda.
I
it's
have
not
no
wrong.
time for that man. I have no time for that man. I've made it super fucking clear this weekend.
As soon as he walked
if
in,
he comes in again, I'm gonna continue to be shit to him. I'm sorry. I have.
and he's
no
the same
time.
one.
And
I
so
found
the
his
lime.
receipts crumpled up in my ice bin.
Yeah, dude.
Motherfucker.
That's
Why don't you just look at him and be like, if we're gonna do this tonight, I hope you have a better.
No,
fucking
also,
attitude.
we don't have to serve him, Jaydn.
That also,
we don't have to.
We might as well not, honestly, because okay. So then the
Just be
other
like,
thing,
nope, get out.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go off on it here for a second because I've got 3 douches of the week. I just thought of
Let's hear
another
it.
one. Okay, so the other one was the week before, basically, and this is a guy. He like works very close by, basically. He's not in the service industry. He works at a different place. Anyways, he comes in all the time. He was like, hey man, sorry, like I'm gonna run my card. He orders a tequila cranberry. And I don't know what it is with these fucking tequila drinkers. Anyways, he orders a tequila cranberry. He's like, hey man, sorry, like I gotta give you my card. I'm gonna go grab cash and I'll tip you when I get back. Didn't tip me that time. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Comes in like another 15 minutes later, doesn't tip me again. I'm like, okay, maybe he still needs to go get his shit. Comes in 7 more times. I counted. He came in 9 times total. Every time paying with card, buying 1 tequila cranberry, and then not signing the check and leaving. Every single fucking time. So then this on St. Paddys Day, when he came in, he orders a tequila cranberry, and I'm like, I'm only gonna pour this for you if you tip me. And he was like, I literally tip you every time, bro. I was like, you want to fucking bet? I was like, literally, you came in 9 separate times over the entire night, didn't tip me $1 fucking dollar. And I kind of blew up on him. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was just so fed up. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then literally, I give him his change back, all of his change back. It's $3. And he's like, no, keep it. And I'm like,
So generous.
thank you.
Don't spend it all on one place.
And then he didn't come back after that.
Oh my god.
Okay, and then my third douche of the week is actually our very own fucking Haley. So
I know you kept looking at her and I was like, what is going on here?
I had a lot of douches of the week. So my main douche of the week is Haley because
She left you at 5.
no, because I had just clocked on. I was like there for maybe an hour.
Yeah, I was waiting
even.
for you.
She came over to
Then
me. Is that the night that you came over to see me? Yes.
I knew it. Okay. So she's like, hey, like it's not slow. Like at the bar that she's working at the top part of our bar, and like, and
say
she,
it's
or
not
no,
slow?
it is slow. It's not busy. Sorry, it's not busy. It's slow. You asked me. You're like, hey,
By slow, there's no one in the bar.
nobody in there.
Not one
It's
person,
not a-
by the way.
Yeah. So she comes downstairs and is like, hey, will you just like watch the bar upstairs for me for like 10 minutes? I'm like, yeah, fine, whatever. Obviously, I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay. So I go upstairs and Haley and the security guard are hanging out there, and I'm like, "Has it been busy? Like, whatever." And then she's like, "Oh no, I really need some fresh air. I really need to get a walk. Like, I need like to just clear my mind." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, for sure. Like, absolutely, go do your thing. Mental health, whatever. Like, you do your thing." And then she's like, "All right, come on, Jeremiah, come on, security guard." And literally, I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?" I was like, so I was in the top part of the bar, thinking I was gonna hang out with our security guard, and I'm now left alone in silence. Literally left alone in silence. They walk out.
Left alone in silence. Come see me.
Yeah, to go see you. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, they're getting a walk. They're getting fresh
Technically,
air.
she walks there, right?
She walked through the fresh air straight into the other bar.
I thought, okay.
And
I thought you knew by I want to go for a walk.
Well, I mean, I figured.
You'd say field
But it
trip.
was-
We're gonna take a field
Yeah,
trip.
that's what
an
I
adventure.
said. No, it's a field trip. It's a fun event.
And then she gets in her
Second of
car, turns the car on.
Bye.
Second of all, I had already been there for 3 hours and it was dead as fuck.
Yeah.
And then you came on and there's already another bartender downstairs
Yeah.
and it's not that busy. So I've been planning for the
Which
last
reminds
hour.
me, I
And
have
like
4 douches of the
Jeremiah,
week,
when Jaydn
actually.
gets here, we're going on a walk.
We're going on an adventure.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking this whole time, which you guys were gone for like 25 minutes.
Okay. 20 tops.
The security guard was gone for longer.
I started playing emo music. I was like sad. I had like one person come in. I took a snapshot of me alone in the bar jamming out to
Tonight will be
fucking
the
emo
night.
music.
Yeah.
I was literally like, "Happy St. Patty's Day." It's just
Sad
me
St.
alone.
Patty's Day.
And Jeremiah wanted to stop at two more bars. And I was like, no, I have to get back to Jaydn.
You guys honestly would have been fine
So we
taking
went to
more
both.
time. I just really love giving you shit about this. But then so they get back and I'm like, "About fucking time." And then they're like, "Sorry,
You're
Jeremiah
such a
Jeremiah went to go get shots." And I was like, "Shots?" I thought you guys were taking a
That's
mental
what that
health
means.
break.
No, I was
That
check-
is a mental health break. Are you kidding?
She's
Yeah.
like, "That's what
Juice.
taking away.
I
That's
had
what
to
taking
check
a
out
walk
the vibes
means."
downtown. And
Well,
take
the
a shot,
vibes were
obviously.
immaculate, I bet, because you guys were gone for 15 extra
Jaydn
minutes.
won't know. That's
And then my fourth douche of the week is I had to work with my ex-girlfriend this whole fucking
Yeah,
Monday.
that was kind of fucked
That
up. It
was
was
weird.
scheduled that way.
It wasn't like bad, like nothing weird happened or anything like that, but I feel like our bosses were doing it just to be like, haha.
Well,
And
and
they
the bar
can.
down there is so like
It's very
the span, the width of this
close.
table.
Yeah, which is, it's fine. It was whatever. Like there's no problems, but I feel like it was like done out of spite
Yeah.
in a way, you know, which is
some
like,
tea.
yeah, exactly. Like I was like,
Like,
Is
it's
it
ooh,
fine.
Patty's
drama.
weekend isn't
And-
crazy enough?
And I handled it well. We both handled it. Everything was fine. Like we're still friends. It wasn't bad or anything like that. But it was like I have a new girlfriend now, and she was like there hanging out. So I feel like it was like kind
Yeah.
of like a haha, like
Yeah,
whatever. But
no.
that was the least of my worries, honestly. Haley was my biggest worry because she took a fucking
Oh my God.
took a walk.
Listen, I wouldn't just like leave you in
I
the
know, I
weeds. It was
know.
dead as fuck.
Oh, I
I was
would've.
already there for 3 hours.
No,
I
know.
worked from 3 to 3 that day.
I just thought it was funny that because right after it happened, I was like, "Oh, you're gonna be my fucking douche of the week this week."
Fine, I don't care.
Maybe
I'd
that's
only
why
been
she
there-
did it. So
Yeah,
that way we would have something to talk about.
I'd only been there for like 45 minutes. Okay, sorry. I rambled on. I've never had that many douche of the weeks ever.
I like when you're mad.
That was good.
because I
You're
don't
starting to
do
get a little
it.
red in the cheeks. That was fun.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Well, Miss Stephanie, what is your douche of the week?
Oh yeah, douche of the weeks also don't have to be people. They
can be like pet peeves
They
and
can be
things like
pet
that.
peeves, stupid things that happen.
I was
Mine
just gonna say,
happen
how
to be
about the guy
Haley.
that took shit on the floor? But no, we'll get more into that.
That's a pretty good douche of the week.
No, I don't understand vapes or what's the other ones called? They all have different names now. They're all different shapes and sizes.
Zooms.
Yes,
whatever they're
I'm
called.
fine with them. Sometimes it's fun. Hey, it reminds me of when I was in college and I used to hit the hookah. Yay, that's fun. Like, I love it. It's like, what flavor is that? Like, that's so fun. But I'm not saying it's good, but I smoke cigs. This guy comes in like so busy. I'm literally in the middle of pouring like 8 car bombs. I have like 12 Jell shots in this hand. I've touched them all with my fingers because they're just like falling all over the place.
You're like
And he's like,
holding them like
hey, do you have a
this.
charger for this? I'm like, what is that? Like, and he's like, views. That's what it was. Thank you for saying that. And I was like, well, what's the end look like? We have a bag of chargers in the back, and like, I don't really care. I don't really
Those are
give it to you.
special
Like,
chargers too.
And I'm like, well, let me see. And he's like, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't know what one is. I'm like, I smoke real tobacco. Not that like I don't want to
Fucking
brag
bitch.
about it. 'Cause I'm like, I have a lighter. I don't need to charge mine. I'm gonna smoke it. Like feeling so cool about smoking cigs. But I was like, yeah, let me like look. Can I? And he's like freaking out. I'm like, I literally just like dropped these Jello shots like on a tray. It was fine. The Guinness had to like settle anyway. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, pull out this bag and I'm like, is it this one? And he's just like, he's making me feel dumb. Like, how do you not know?
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
I should ID this guy, honestly. Like, again, like we always ID. But I'm just saying, like, if you're literally like,
would've just thrown
and
the
he
bag
shows
at
me, I'm
him.
like, oh, it's the one with like the little. You gotta like.
I was like,
insert
nope,
it.
we don't have one.
And then he freaks out because we don't have a block with it. But like we have those little like machines and stuff that have like a USB here. Where I'm like, you can plug it into that. Like I'm not responsible if your thing gets stolen or whatever. But people do this all the time.
Yeah.
And so he just threw this huge face. So then I come back out. I think from the kitchen or whatever. And I see him like hitting it, and like the smallest little puff comes out. And he's like, it's not working. Like freaks out on me. I'm like, honestly, dude, like. Maybe you should bring your own charger.
Yeah.
Maybe you should come with it charged. Maybe you shouldn't do it at all. I don't know. He's like made me feel like such a dick for like, and then honestly, I just like went to one of my bartenders and I was like, can I hit one of your things? Like one of yours? I just like did it in front of him. Like the biggest, like the biggest smoke ever. Just like, take that. And I felt really
hilarious.
At least mine's
shitty
Ricky.
about it later. I was like, wow, that was really cool. Good one. Like, and so like, I'm like, feel so bad for all these other people like watching, like, what is she doing? But I was like, yeah, that's my comeback for you. You're
That's
not
like-
charged. You have no smoke. I'm hitting this. It lights up.
That's like your reverse hurricane shot. You blow a vape smoke in his face
Yeah,
and then
that's pretty
slap him.
fun. Yeah. Like, you like that?
That should be what's like what's the like derecho shot.
Yeah.
It can be
Just
a
like a bunch
derecho
of
shot.
winds.
Yeah, it's just wind
Yeah.
and a little bit of spit.
Just knock him out of the chair for real this time, though. Like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I feel like I actually spit on
Yeah,
you.
that's like the Iowa. You know, we don't really get
Yeah.
hurricanes. We get derechos. You're welcome.
Right.
Yeah.
Derecho
No, fuck
shots.
that.
We're coining that.
Dude.
That was created right
Yes,
here.
yes.
Asking for charges at all. in
Ah.
general.
See,
So annoying.
First of all, it's not our responsibility.
Please.
But if it's not busy, I don't mind most of the time
Yeah.
if you're nice about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
read the room, bro.
Right.
Like, no.
I mind it.
No.
I mind it every day. I don't.
I'm like,
give, I don't
unless
give
it's
a
like you're
shit.
trying to get an Uber, maybe, or you lost your friends. I'm like, I
Yeah.
feel bad for you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure. But still, if it's busy, I'm like, where do you think my other hand is? Where do you think I'm going to pull this thing out? I
Right.
don't even know what the charger looks like. I can't believe that was my comeback, though. I was just like,
You
No,
know,
it's
say
funny.
it.
It's valid.
This just in.
This just in. A derecho shot. It takes him 9 years to recover, and his fence is still broken.
Oh my God.
He's talking about my house.
We light your fence on fire.
Yeah,
we use that shit for
we
firewood.
use my fence as firewood. It's half intact.
God.
Sorry, I didn't mean
No, you're totally
He
fine.
did. Our
That's
producer
funny.
just texted me that, and it made me laugh while you were talking.
Yeah, no, I would literally tell them,
Douche.
I'm sorry, figure it out. I go, you're an adult. Like, you have a charger in your car. Like, what? Like, no, I'm about to go buy one of those little kiosks where you have to pay to get the little cube to charge
Honestly,
your phone.
smart.
And I'm doing it. I'm putting it in tonic. I'm done. I'm tired of like worrying about someone else's phone. Like, it's not my problem. Like, go figure it out. Like, go get your phone charged. Like, if you stop being on your phone, like, I don't know what to say to you about
Live
this
in the
right now.
moment.
Yeah,
People
right.
think I'm
I don't know
old
what you want me
then,
to do.
though.
I'm done charging your
Yeah,
phone.
half the time I'm like, how the fuck is your phone dead?
Yeah,
Right.
correct.
And how are you going out with your phone not fully charged?
Yeah, you knew this was today.
Yeah.
It's literally the
Yeah.
same date
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
knew this is coming?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
That or like, can you play a song for me?
no.
Touch Tunes is
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
See,
Fucking play.
I had to pay
Yourself.
that and charging. Yeah,
Yeah.
like being like, do you have a charger for this? I'll be like, no. Do you have this song?
See,
No.
I will say
But it's
though,
my birthday.
this
Unless
Saturday,
it's like regulars.
Yeah. This Saturday though, this guy paid me $20 twice to play a single song for him. And I'm like, honestly, like I'm treating that like high priority.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
absolutely.
Sure.
I'll
I
didn't get
stop
this
playing
song
song for
played
you.
fucking
Yeah.
People have tipped me $5 to charge their phone too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've had
really?
people do that for a sake, especially if I'm the only one that smokes on staff. All of a sudden, this kid comes up to me. I haven't seen him all day or all night, whatever. He's like, "Hey, I heard you might sell me a cigarette." I'm looking over at my other bar stuff. I'm like, they're like looking at me. Yeah, we told him. And then, but I don't go out of the way to be like, yeah, that's $1 or whatever. They will literally be like $10 for one. I'm like, you just bought me a new pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. Here you go.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
take my lighter though. I'll find you.
Yeah.
Like, I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to start buying a couple packs.
Right.
Two for.
Yeah.
Yeah. A side hustle.
My douche of the week
let's hear
is I went to the bathroom and I find this pint of Hennessy in the bathroom. I'm okay. I don't care. I
A
used to
pint?
yeah, like the little pint.
Oh, the like
Yeah.
glasses,
Yep.
not like
like a
pint
pint
glass,
glass.
just
No.
full of Hennessy.
No, just
Okay.
like a pint glass, like the
I
actual
was like,
bottle that they had in their
damn.
purse or whatever. Okay, yeah, I used to do this, fine, whatever, but I would not like leave it in the bathroom. Well, I grab it, and I like, because I went to the bathroom, grabbed it, and I went to go wash my hands, and I had it in my hand, and this girl goes, "Oh yeah, that's mine," snatches it out of my hand, and I turn around, and she realized who I was, and she was like, I go, "As far as I'm concerned, you can get the fuck out of my bar."
Did you
right
let her
now."
have the bottle still?
No, she snatched it out of my hand. I wasn't about to like fucking snatch another bottle back out of her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, while I'm in the bathroom, like I have no backup or whatever. I was like, I don't even have my bar key on me. Like, no, I'm not gonna have a fight go over a fucking bottle of
The bar
Hennessy.
key.
So I was like, okay, time to go. And they looked at me and I was like, no, I'm serious. You have to go outside. And she was like looking at me and being disrespectful. And I was like, I go, you see this back door? Don't let it hit you on the fucking way out. Go now, right now. I go, that's not supposed to be in here. You just snatched a bottle out of my hand because you knew that you weren't supposed to have it. You didn't realize who I was. Get out. And they just looked at me like, we're going to walk out the front door, actually. And I was like, the fuck you are. And I opened the back door and I was like, get out.
Yeah, do people do that? This has happened lately as well. They'll do it like with a beer or a twisted tea or something like that out here, not in the bathroom. And you're like, we don't sell that.
I don't sell
here.
that. Yeah, I've had that. I've
Like
had that
twisted
happen
teas in
multiple
cans.
times.
I'm like, we have it on
They
tap.
bring it in.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's mine. And they're like, you sell twisted here on tap,
Yeah.
not in a can.
Yeah.
Like, why is this not BYOB?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they try to
What do you-
like fucking defend
Sure,
themselves. They're
shooters
like,
back in
you
the day
you sold that to
sticking
me.
somewhere.
I had this
balls
this
on
was
people.
on this was on Thursday, right before St. Patty's Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But I had this like group of people come in. They like, I don't know why, but on the slower days, people will walk in and then like look around and like see that it's slow and just walk right back
Mm-hmm.
out. So I was like feeling confident because I was like, it's almost St. Patty's Day. So I like run to the door, get back out. I was like, hey, where do you guys think you're going? And then they were like, oh, we thought you were. And I was like, get the fuck inside. And so like they were super cool and super pumped and like
Nice.
excited and everything. And then right as they do that, they fucking come inside and the dude pulls out a half-drank bottle of fucking
Oh
Pink
my
Whitney,
God.
puts
Ew,
it on the
Pink
fucking bar top. And I was like,
Oh.
dude.
Leave. Bye.
Literally,
Yeah.
okay, I know I just dragged you guys in here, but you have to go now. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? Like,
I thought we were cool.
yeah, I was like, who the fuck? Like, just
And
leave
Pink
it in your
Whitney,
pocket. If I
too.
didn't see it, it wouldn't have been a problem.
This is how stupid people are. I had a gentleman walk in with a bottle of Tito's in his hand. And I was like,
what the fuck?
where the fuck
Like,
did you get that? For one, two, like, no.
How?
Not only can you not bring that in here, but you're walking around with that on the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Or just like open beers.
Yeah.
They just stroll in with an open beer
Yeah.
bottle. And I'm like, what are you
You're a
doing?
Yeah.
You're
full-on
stupid.
liability.
And then
Yeah.
you think you're
Stupid.
being slick and sly.
Yeah.
No.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you just have it like in your hand and you're going to think that I'm just going to let you
Right.
waltz in here with a fucking bottle
Especially
of
a
Tito's.
bottle of Tito's. Like, the only
Yeah.
place that should be is behind the
God.
bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
and
way we
people
gave
wonder
that to you.
why I'm an asshole as a bartender
Yeah.
sometimes. And I'm like, dude, it's because of you fucks. I got to keep all my gremlins under control. I
Doesn't
go, I
that
water
suck?
you past midnight and holy shit, bad
Yeah.
things happen. Like,
Well,
Children.
And then it makes me wonder too. Like, did they steal those bottles from another
yeah,
bar? Like,
yeah,
did they?
yeah,
fucking,
or like out of
yeah.
my closet because it was
Right.
a full Tito's bottle.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, man? But yeah, so I want to know your douche of the week. I bet yours is pretty good.
It's not me. That's for sure.
Honestly, there's like so many that most of it is like a blur. I just remember being
Yeah.
just fucking pissed off all of Monday.
So St. Patty's Day is the douche of the week.
Yes, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's like 125 and one person spills their drink and I'm like, fuck, god damn it. Like I'm already like starting to wipe down the bars and they spill it. So I just hand them the towel. And then literally not even 20 seconds later, a girl 2 seats down fucking dumps her drink and it spills all over all my clean glasses, like onto the rail. And I'm just like, oh my God, I have to re-clean all these glasses.
You're like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
so I
pass
was
her
just
that
like,
towel."
I was like, I can't wait to kick you guys out.
Yeah. Yep. Once that fight broke out in the bathroom, I was like, all right, every motherfucker and their mother, get out. Get out. Get out.
And they're like,
out.
I'm
done
fine. I'm
over
just
it.
clumsy. I'm not drunk.
I know. See,
Yeah.
and like, no, it was
No.
clearly because they
Right.
were so drunk. I'm like, I'm not serving you anymore.
Well, lately, people have just been hanging outside of the bars once the bars close and they just have their own little party out front. And I'm like, why? Why?
They always want to stay after closing
Yeah.
help. And I'm like, what do you think we do?
Yeah.
You want to clean the urinal?
Yeah.
Or whatever? Like,
Yeah,
no, they
but
think
there's
we're
no
staying.
fucking
It's so
party back here. I
fun.
swear.
No.
There's not. Like, we're
But
going
my
to count our money and
Uber,
get out and
my
go home and go to
Uber,
bed.
Wait outside.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
soak my feet. I'm going to get
Yeah.
in my little massage chair and have it just like rub me all over. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Wait, I have another one. I just have to say it. Or people who are like asleep on the bar, like straight up asleep. I took my shaker cups and I like
Yeah, like
Nice.
cling them together.
yeah, and
like-
his buddy was like, "Did you just wake him up?" I'm like, "You're in a fucking
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah,
you
I
can't
did.
sleep
Taking
at
his
the
nap.
bar.
Yeah.
Go home."
You can
There
either
were
stay awake
multiple
or get the
people.
fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
multiple people, like especially on Monday on St. Patrick's Day, they're like nearly asleep at the bar. Go home.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
The second I see somebody's head, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, time to go.
Yeah.
Either that or you can stay awake and stay here, but you need to fucking
Yeah.
figure out whether you're like, you
Yeah.
need to
So
go to bed or not.
mad. Like
Yep.
his friend, did you just wake him up?
Dude,
Are you
His
kidding
afternoon
me?
Nap? Like he
Yeah.
always takes his nap at this time. Like what? Yeah.
You can leave too,
he
actually.
always
Yeah.
takes a nap at this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's his
Okay,
nap
no worries.
time,
Yeah, he can stay
bro.
asleep. I didn't know. Like what? What do you expect you to say? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he can go back to bed.
Right. Yeah, he's taking up a seat at my bar, fucking
Yeah.
asleep.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's your friend. Take him home.
It's usually got a drink in the hand too, and it's just like
Right.
Yeah.
waiting for
Oh,
it to
yeah.
go.
It would have been so perfect. You'd have been like, "Oh my god, I did not realize it was his nap time." And then you come back and you just like like a pot and pan. You're just like clanging them together. Like,
Nap time's over.
yeah, like you start off really polite and kind, like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you for telling me.
you come back from behind the curtain like, "Bah, bah, bah."
That's good. That's good.
Okay, all right. Does anybody else have a douche of the week?
You had most of them.
I did. I'm sorry.
No,
I had
it's
a lot
fun.
from this weekend. I haven't
totally
worked a lot of
okay.
St. Patty's Days. Anyways, all right. Well, we're going to get into our Patreon, which is only $5 a month. So make sure you follow us. It's an extra uncensored episode. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere basically you can get a podcast now. We've got that all figured out. So we're all over the place. Make sure you follow Whiskey River, Whiskey River Ankeny.
Yep.
Is that like your handle?
Yes. that is
Facebook,
the handle.
Instagram?
Yep.
All right. Well, make
Thanks
sure
for
you give
asking.
all of us a follow. Whiskey River. Definitely follow Steph here. And
You can find it.
if you can find
It's Steph
it,
with an F.
we'll
by
put it
the
in the
way.
description below. And then, no, I'm just kidding. And then make sure you follow Poor People. All right. Let's get into our Patreon.
Okay,
I have to go to the
well-
bathroom so bad.
All right. For richer
Or for poor.
thanks for watching Poor People.
Cheers.